What is up, everyone? Welcome to It's Been a Week. I'm your host, Ben McDonald, and this is your weekly dose of whatever the hell just happened. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to It's Been a Week. So if you follow me on social media, you probably saw my postings over the last week about the bear. So let me just break this story down for you. I was in Lake Tahoe. We're getting ready to go on vacation up in Northern California. So we decided to do a few days in Lake Tahoe with my friend Laura. We're staying at her house. She's in Truckee. It was like the most gorgeous. Her house was so beautiful in the woods on a golf course, like just like dreamy, right? We wake up one morning sober. I want to make sure everyone knows I was sober during this. We wake up, we let her dog out, and her dog just like takes off. And Laura starts freaking out. And I've never lived in the woods. So I'm like, wait, what are you freaking out about? She goes and she grabs her dog and she's like, holy shit. And I'm like, what? And she's like, there is a giant bear underneath her deck. Like, this bear was so big. I don't know. So I'm like, what? So I walk over there and we're like peeking through underneath the deck, like underneath the stairs. And this bear is just sitting there looking at us. Now, looking back on this, I realize how stupid this was. But in the moment, I don't know, the bear's energy felt calm. He felt like, I don't know, friendly. And I really blame my misjudgment of bears on television because we grew up with shows like Little Bear, the Berenstain Bears, Paddington. There's all these like shows and movies that make bears out to be like these fuzzy, warm creatures. So sorry for not having correct judgment on that. But I go over there and I'm like, holy shit, like I've never seen a bear. I've seen, like out of a zoo. I mean, I guess maybe I've seen one, but like in the distance. Like I've never been this close to a bear that's not at a zoo. So I grab my phone out and I'm just like, he's just sitting there. Like he's not. Do bears growl? I don't know if they growl. He wasn't showing his teeth. He was licking his lips, which at the time I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Now looking back, I'm like, oh, maybe he was hungry. But he was just kind of looking at me. So I'm kind of looking at him and I videoed him and I'm like, hi, bear. And then Laura's like, well, let's go to breakfast and hopefully he's just gone when we get back. So we go to breakfast. On our way back in, she's like there's a security entrance at this community she lives in. So we told the guy at the front, she's like, hey, by the way, like, I don't know who I'm supposed to tell, but there's a giant bear underneath my deck. And this guy, like, I mean, he didn't know shit. He was like, yeah, I think maybe you should call pest control. I'm like, it's not termites or rats. It's a bear. Like, pest control? What are they going to do? Come out with their little sprayer and spray the bear? Like, what? No. So Laura, we're like, okay. So then we called, I don't know if it was like the DNR or like animal control protection. I don't know who we called. We called someone and they were like, go out on the deck because we were above it. And they're like, get a bunch of pots and pans and smash them together, like make a bunch of noise, I guess to scare the bear. So our dumbasses were like, okay, so we get pots and pans and we're banging them. We get water bottles and we pour a little bit of water down there and then we're like crinkling the water bottles and trying to just make noise. This bear didn't give a shit. This bear's like, I'm hibernating here and you guys are annoying me. So I was like, okay, let's get some more footage of this. So then I was like, but we shouldn't go down up in there. Let's grab a broom and we'll duct tape my phone to the broom and we'll stick the broom down so we can try to get some more like video. So we do that. And the bear was just like chilling, like hanging out, like didn't care about my phone. He was just like, whatever. So then we're like, okay, how else can we get this bear to leave? And I was like, wait, you have it downstairs. Is there like any windows down there? So we went downstairs. There's no windows, but there was a door. So we go out the door and then I like peek around the corner. And now I've realized I'm like, ooh, now I'm very, very close to this bear. But again, he looked so friendly and like chill. So I was like, come here, little bear. And as soon as I started to like call him, he charged me. So the bear charges at me. We run into the house. We lock the door. Then the bear runs out onto the golf course. So we go upstairs to the deck because there's a bunch of golfers. And we're like, hey, heads up, giant bear headed your way. Which then we kind of started to miss the bear. Like once we scared the bear off, then we were like, oh, now what the fuck are we going to talk about? Like this was like such great entertainment. And then I went on TikTok. I was like, okay, we need to do some research about the bear. And I realized how fucking dangerous what we just did was. And I also watched at how fast bears are. Bears are incredibly fast. And they're not like big puppy dogs. They are a little more vicious than that. But they are omnivores. So like they eat a lot of like berries, and they're not all like meat eaters, but they definitely will attack you. So my lesson, because I want this podcast to be educational, I learned a few things, some bear knowledge. First of all, never carry berries or honey in the woods. And if you go camping, lock your food up. Second of all, for the different types of bears, if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. And then I added this one myself. I said, if it's panda, express. So basically, a brown bear will destroy you, but if you play dead, they're less likely to attack. So that's what we saw was a brown bear. So I should have laid down, I guess. Black bears, you're supposed to fight back. So like act really big and tall and giant and try to scare the shit out of them. Polar bears, if they're white, like you're pretty much fucked. They're gonna destroy you. And like I said, panda bears, Panda Express. And I also learned in my research, did you know that koala bears, 90% of them have chlamydia? Which that is pretty high statistics there on that. I don't know how they're STD testing all these koala bears, or like how they came up with this number that 90% have chlamydia. But I mean, at that point, I'd say they all have chlamydia. That is my bear knowledge for you. And I'll post the video of the bear. I understand. I've had so many people reach out to me and tell me how stupid it was. I get it. I'm alive to tell the tale. I'm going to try not to do it again. And that's that. So, I went up to Northern California to this insane vacation this week, and I met a girl who immediately her and I clicked, and I was like, we're buds. So we're going to break down our vacation, probably get into some other odd end topics, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. I'm joined by one of my new best friends. It was love at first sight. We just got back from this insane vacation together. Please welcome Miss Domenica.
Hi.
Welcome to It's Been a Week.
Love at first lick.
Love at first lick. So I talked last week. I was like, okay, I'm going in the woods like for this camping, and I'm not really a woodsy person. This place we went to, you guys, it was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like going into like a real life Disneyland where like there's all these different houses and it's full of art and there's paintings on the side of the houses and it's on this like gorgeous river that doesn't even look real. And there's a castle and there's just like, it's unbelievable.
It's literally a fairy tale.
And you've been there before, right?
I've been once before.
So you knew what to expect. I literally came into this thinking like, am I going to sleep in a tent? Am I going to be in a hut?
I mean,
whatever.
And like a flashlight headgear.
Yeah.
Like for full camping experience.
Full camp. I mean, there was a full staff. There was everywhere we went, there was a bar, there was food. Even when we were driving, I'm like, do we need to stop at like, Walmart and get like water and food and like what, like where? Yeah, there was no like instruction manual on like, here is what's going to be going down.
No, I was lucky that friends of mine had gone the prior year and were like, this is what you need. Summer clothes during the day, winter clothes at night, like a little bit of everything. You're going to be like staffed. So I luckily knew going into it. The only thing is tough to pack is like the themes. So we do like big theme parties every night. But I knew a little bit from like photos and stuff. Did I know like the extent of it going in? Definitely not, because it's otherworldly, like genuinely a whole different planet.
It really is like a whole different world. And the theme nights were so fun. So you guys, our themes this year were prom night, whatnot, or nowhere to wear it, gypsy night, and cowboy night, right?
And so Western always happens and gypsy always happens. And then the other ones you can kind of play with and change up.
The gypsy was so fun because it was like, you just kind of get to be as trashy as possible.
It's literally just like white trash.
And I feel like that was one of the wilder nights too.
I mean, considering I ended up in a completely sheer bralette, pussy popping on the table, I would say yes. But then that ended up happening most of the other nights as well. So
I mean, so there was this house that they call the theater room or theater house, and we would kind of end up there every night. And for some reason, you and I ended up every single night on top of the pool table, dancing, singing our hearts out, and doing an like Tony Award winning performance of defying gravity.
every time, every
And
night.
I think everyone was just as impressed as we were with that.
Well, the best is our friend was like, "Wow, you guys didn't even practice." And we're like, "Well, we just met yesterday.
I know.
We didn't have time to choreograph it, but
Right.
I love that it looks like we would have choreographed that before coming here."
I was like, we didn't even have time to stretch. What are you talking about? Didn't have time to choreograph.
But did we spot every prop in the room? Immediately, yes.
Yeah.
And clocked the props and location.
we we brought emotion, we brought dedication. We were on point with our lyrics and our lip syncing. I mean, it was perfect. And I did when I first was doing the alphaba flying on the broom, the only thing I clocked was a pool stick. And then when I was like, okay, now it's time to fly around the room, as I
And
flew
on a
past the
broom,
fireplace, I was like, there's a little, what is it? It's not a broom. It's like what, a sweeper?
an ash duster. I don't know.
Chimney sweeper? I don't know what the fuck it was.
A chimney sweep.
So I grabbed that thing and then continued on flying through the room, and it was amazing.
And the whole time I was like, "He's wicked. Get him."
I know. Yeah, we played every character, the townspeople,
Glinda.
Elphaba, Glinda, the wizard. I mean, everyone who has a line,
Well,
we
during
played.
Dancing Through Life, we were Nessa.
Nessa, you were Nessa. She drops down, like you guys were on top of a pool table mid-song, and when it's Nessa, who is the girl in the wheelchair in Wicked, she falls to the ground to play Nessa.
It's because I'm in this chair.
Uh-huh. And we tried so hard the next day to really remake that performance for
Yeah,
everyone because the boys weren't there. And I don't know why we thought the boys are going to want to see us perform Wicked, but at the time, I'm like, they're going to love this. We also went on golf cart rides.
I was always
Would you like to tell the story of the golf cart?
well, we had different experiences. As the driver, I saw that there was like a couple little divots here and there. We couldn't see the extent, but there was a lot of also fallen trees and twigs. There was a big storm that had happened. So it was flooring because it also has like automatic brakes. So with all of us, you kind of have to like chug along, but it started actually going pretty fast. And I hit this one divot significantly larger. And on the way back, we can kind of clock that it was a
Right.
hole. It's a hole.
Yeah.
So I hit it and I just go bum. On the flip side, and he's facing backwards, half out of the golf cart. Just like dragging
First
along
of all, golf carts are meant to be driven on like
flatly.
perfectly groomed grass, and they go slow and you go from hole to hole. We were off-roading this thing in the middle of the jungle, going over tree stumps, dirt, holes, rocks, like up a mountain.
You had to get off to break a tree just so we can continue on our path.
Literally had to get off, move a tree, like physically move the tree, and then I'm holding the tree and I'm like, go around.
Yeah.
Like, and we have 5 people on the golf cart that has 4 seats. And so we're flying through it. And as you got air, you said bump while we're in the air.
Midair.
And then I'm like, I fall through the hole. I'm being drugged behind the golf cart. And AJ's like, oh shit. And you were like, just kept going.
Well, I thought you guys would have been more vocal if you were being physically drugged, but you guys were like, oh man. You're just like, oh shit.
I'm
I'm like,
no,
yeah,
it
that's a big
fucking
one. Meanwhile, you're just
it,
like one leg through.
my leg is still that bruise. I think it's internal. The bruise is still fucking sore.
I
So
mean,
then we were like,
in the masseuse, we're unclear who bruised you.
we're going to get to her too. So as we were going up the mountain, then we're like, okay, we can't go any farther on the golf cart. So let's start walking. And all of a sudden, speaking of bears, we see a giant,
Bruised.
huge pile of bear shit. And I'm like, and one of our friends is like, you should feel that and see if it's warm.
I was like, I know you have a toddler, so like you're a little more comfortable with like diapers, changing shit, whatever. I'm not gonna just be like,
Right. Bear was here 20 minutes ago. So then we were like, time to leave. And we go back. And also the funny thing on bears, each one of the houses, everyone had their own like house and all these things. AJ and I were in the bear house. Bears were really the theme of this trip.
it was appropriate based on where you were just coming from, that whole experience. I got the Cinderella house. Me and Megan got the
Fitting.
princess house.
Fitting. I also, they had this masseuse come in. Did you get a massage?
I did. I think my shoulder still hurt.
I know. Okay, so I do think she's listening to this too because she was like, at the end of it, she goes, I'm going to listen to your podcast because I walk around wearing It's Been a Week merch
Head
the
to
whole
toe.
time. So, like, full walking billboard. And she looked it up and followed it. So, if you're listening, shout out. Thanks for the great massage. Um, I will say that was like a massage I've never had before.
It was lymphatic. Like it was to get like muscles detached and reattached. There was not
Like,
like a
it was
sponge.
not relaxing. It was not one of those massage because, like, sometimes I'll, like, fall asleep during a massage, like, I've been known to snore. Not this one. This one, I mean, she was, like, digging in. I'm like, I didn't know I had body muscles there, and I was like, "Ow." Did you like your massage?
Loved it for what it was, but I feel like I do also need just like an oil-based hot stone, like in a day's half and a half out massage. But I feel like I did come back like a new person. Like there was elbows in every crevice of my body. I was sore for the 3 days after, as if I was bodybuilding, but I did nothing but lay for an hour. So it was impressive.
She was
But yeah,
strong.
and then I just
I know. Yeah, when she's done with your arm, she's just like, "Throw it down." I was like, "Whoa, okay." But it was a great massage, and we were in the middle of the woods, like, along the river.
on the river outside, which was insane.
Yeah,
It was such an experience.
and I felt sore too, like, I was like, "Wow, it's like I did a hard workout," but let me tell you what, didn't work out at all. The only workout that happened was my liver working out.
My insides are fighting for their life.
Fighting for their
I
life. So if anyone who knows me knows my drink is a Whitney Houston, which a Whitney Houston is a vodka Diet Coke because Whitney Houston loved vodka and Diet Coke. So I just I love that drink because it's I don't know
just
what it
like,
is, but you don't taste the alcohol, but it's like doesn't give me heartburn whatsoever. So that's why I started drinking those. But I was like, have you seen those videos of like what like Diet Coke can do to like a nail? It can like dissolve a nail. I'm like,
drink gallon,
gallons, gallons of Diet Coke.
like 40.
My intestines are probably, like, disintegrating.
I know. And I, on my own, was losing nails. So the last thing I needed was to have anything dissolve any parts of my inside. I woke up from a
Nail
nap,
gate,
one more down,
nail gate.
nails down.
Oh, we had every night we would sneak into the kitchen and because when you're drinking, you get, like, the munchies, and we'd get hungry, so we'd sneak into the kitchen, and this kitchen had everything you can imagine. But for
Anything.
some reason, we decided to go for the brie cheese wheel every night with chips, and we would make, like, brie cheese jalapeno chip sandwiches.
Well, I didn't there was not one knife or utensil in sight. We were using the chip to scoop the brie and then, like, sandwiching it like that, just like like
Like
gremlins.
gremlins. I mean, if you came in there and, like, turned the lights on, we'd probably all be like we were like little rats in there. At one point, our friend came down, he's like, "Guys, just please don't turn the stove on, like, whatever
Yeah.
you do." And we
And
we're like, "No stove required."
we all
I know.
froze like you couldn't see us.
Won't do it. Won't.
We're cool.
One time we were in there and the boys came in and we were like, "Hide." And I think you hid behind
Just
like a
dropped
cupboard
down.
door. Yeah, I just dropped down behind the island, like worst hiding spots you could ever do.
And then once guys like, "I could see your shoes from there." And we're all like, "You can't see anything."
Also, I don't know why we were hiding. We weren't doing, we were just, eating.
Honestly, just constantly hiding from the boys, like running.
Yeah, I
And
know.
how we
Run,
ran the other way.
run, lock the doors. At one point, they were like, "You guys, we just want to hang out with you guys." And we were like,
Right,
we know.
obviously.
We know. Those poor chefs too. The next morning, they probably wake up every morning and be like, "I think we have a rat problem."
No, to the last day when they just made 2 tiny little puff pastries with brie because we had eaten all of the rest of the brie, that they're like, "What can we make do with what we have left?"
They're like, "Due to Ben and Domenica, charcuterie night has been canceled."
We are now no longer allowed to keep cheese in the house.
Sorry, guys. I also the one night I downed a pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and the next day at the dinner, everyone got a dessert but me, which had 2 scoops of ice cream.
Everyone and then there was another time where we were all supposed to get 2 scoops, we all got 1. Ice cream. They did cut me off the dessert, though. They said, "No,
They're like, "You had your portion."
from from what we watched last night, you're done."
From what we watched, you guys don't need any more fucking dairy. The amount of ice cream and cheese you've put into your body, they're probably like, "No, you're done."
They're gonna actually install a new septic system for you guys specifically.
Which every toilet has like a little sign. It's like sensitive
Yeah.
septic.
We're like, "How much ice cream and cheese can we consume?"
How much more dairy can we throw into us here? I mean, unreal. But I have to say, like, it was such a, big group. I mean, how many people were there? 20,
Like 14 or 15 of us.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
But like everyone had such big personalities. Everyone had very different personalities. And to bring those types of people all together and for everyone to get along. And especially when there's couples, there's single people, there's loud people, there's quiet people,
We were always on
like
the elevated surface.
us who why is it whenever I drink, I have to elevate?
It was actually how we first became friends. It was like the first night on the bocce court. You were immediately were on the teak chair because you were like, "Is this sturdy? Like I can't break something the first night." And you immediately got up, and then you're like, "Everyone get up," and we all did. Me and P, everyone got up and started dancing, and then we invited Helen over. But we all got up and we're just like on it, and then from there it just took off. Like that was night one, no theme, just chill, get to know everyone. And we were like selfies, licking each other's faces. Like, but then we are just like shots, shots, shots. And he's like, do you want another one? Do you want another one? Do you want another one? I don't know how she consumes the amount of shots she does and seems totally fine. But
I
I was
we did more shots this trip than I've ever done in my life.
literally,
Shots. I mean, fireball, tequila.
they put the fireball shots in our dessert one night. The staff gave us all fireball shots. I don't think you got that 'cause it was ice cream night. But even the staff was like, "Oh, you know what they need?
More
Shots,
fireball.
more fireball."
I'm one of the tall usually in groups, I'm one of the tallest people in the group. So I don't know why I feel the need to like get on a table, get on a chair, get on a bar, like get on a pool table. Why? Like I'm already tall.
Yeah, it's not like you need like the perspective and to like see.
No, like I'm like, is this a childhood trauma thing I need to like cope with? I'm like, why do I always try to elevate on on higher surfaces? I'm fucking already a Sasquatch.
I don't know, but as soon as you're like, "Come with me," and I'm like, "Okay."
It's just so much more fun. There's a risk. You could fall, you could break something, you could hurt yourself.
Well, I don't think I needed anything else to risk falling. I think I was constantly doing that. I couldn't even stay afloat on a pool float. I was flying off. I would say the only night I didn't fall was in platform stilettos on Gypsy night. The day I was given like the most reason to fall because you and I were always last home, first up. We were at breakfast 8 a.m.
I made breakfast every morning.
every morning, but we were always the last one standing, even if it was just me, you, and AJ.
And then I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to drink today until it's like the party at night. And then it's like 10:30 a.m. and I'm like, I could go for a drink.
Like a rose, like a light, crisp something by the pool.
Right.
And it's
Which
hard.
led to,
The liquor is everywhere. So even when you're at like the racquetball court, there's coolers of everything everywhere, no matter what part of the property you're on. So you're just like, well,
it's
it's here.
there.
Who am I to say no?
Right. Who am I to say no? Literally, like, you go to any of the bocce ball court, the pool, any of the houses, anywhere you go, just that little sitting area. There's every type of alcohol you can imagine.
Yeah, everything. There's everything you can imagine everywhere at all times.
Hmm.
Also, you want a snack? They're like, what do you want? What can we make you? They have a whole thing of breakfast laid out for you, and then they'll still make you whatever you want. You're like, I want
At
breakfast.
any time.
And they're like, perfect. How do you have the ingredients for this at all times?
I know, because how do they keep that stocked in the middle of the woods?
All right, I don't know. I was even wondering, like, where do the staff like live? Because I know they don't live all on property. I know there's a few that do, but like all the other girls, like, because when you're driving, there's not a town for a while, and these girls are there like 5:30 in the morning.
And
I'm like,
we're in the middle of nowhere.
yeah,
Also, did you notice how there's zero cell service, zero Wi-Fi, nothing? But then the second you get on the property, it's like full service, everything you can. I'm like, God, do they have their own like phone tower out here too?
literally.
Like, how do you do that? It's
No,
crazy.
it was crazy. But there was one night, I think you might have left already. I think you and AJ might have gone home, where all the Wi-Fi went out. And we were joking. They're like, they were just honestly done listening to us singing at the top of our lungs. So
No, AJ went to bed. AJ went to bed. We were in mid song, remember? And it went doom. And I'm
yeah,
like,
and I was like, Ben, fix the iPad.
I know. Well, calling that an iPad is a stretch. That's like a Samsung from 2004.
It
I
only
mean,
took,
this place is the most perfect everything, but I'm like, the only thing we need to add is some Bluetooth.
yeah, because you have
It's
to
the
like
only thing missing.
thing, and you can't like just connect your phone and call it a day.
Right, right.
I think there might be
Was
a
there any?
they're like, we're done. They
Can
could
we
pull a
add that?
plug at time and be like, silence.
They're like, when you're done. Is there any other? Was there any other highlight moments we need to bring up?
I mean, every time we were together, um,
I
literally.
feel like everyone must have like behind our backs was either loved us or hated us.
I will say during the highs and the haws, we did get a lot of highs and haws from people. Mine was unfortunately oftentimes about being in the kitchen or being on the table. So the chicken cutlet with the 7-layer dip was a lot of people's
I
highlight
mean,
moment.
that was a winning moment. My ripped pants.
The ripped pants were amazing, but it was also like
I'm still
having
gonna
tiaras on with the ripped pan with the corsage in your
in my
hair.
hair. I am gonna try to return those pants. I'm gonna be like, they didn't hold up to my satisfaction.
I wore them for 10 minutes and they ripped.
And look what happened. They're gonna be like,
And I definitely didn't do high kicks on a pool table.
I was just walking and they ripped.
Straight in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, couldn't help it. Yeah, we had to leave a day early, but then you said at the last day at dinner, everyone said their highs in the moments and their
Yeah.
ha-has.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to have been there for that.
So they're like a highlight part and then like their funniest part. And it was just like a lot of times about us dancing on the tables with one person. It was with you with your ripped jeans and me not being able to get my nips in my shirt for the life. And then it was like us in the kitchen. So I'm like, okay, great. So it's about me constantly being topless and constantly eating food in my
Right.
like a gremlin. So that's how everyone remembers me. Perfect. And about my nail being in one of the brie loaves.
We never did find the nail.
We never found my nail. Yeah. Or I was trying to get pictures together on the floats. And it was quite possibly the worst picture of both of us. Gave me morphia immediately.
No, we were laying in the pool. We're like, we get a photo of us, and they were like, sure. I'm like, okay, I didn't know we were a fucking SeaWorld ad. I'm like, looking at the thing. They're like, put him back in the cage
Literally float him back over.
or
He
set
needed
him
water.
free. Send him
I
down the
needed to get
river.
3 Pilates classes for when I got home. I saw that and I was like, oh God.
Also, we were like, okay, do 0.5. And they were like, times 5. And we're like, absolutely not.
No.
That
We
will
don't
be
need
a
to get
picture.
any more zoomed in here.
Right. No, zoom out and elongate us, make us look thinner. And it didn't. It did not work. It didn't work. And then that's the bad thing about the photo stream is everyone's uploading photos. I'm like, okay, why are we uploading these photos where I look like it's Fido's ass?
Of me eating a chicken cutlet with 7-layer dip with a princess tiara in my hair. Just like I threw up the peace sign thinking that was going to really tie it together.
I mean, hopefully I'm not blacklisted and I get invited back because I would love to go back. And now I know what to experience. Now I know what to prepare for. I know the theme nights.
You were in flip flops walking like through full brush.
Yeah. I mean, I brought like Ugg slippers, Birkenstocks, and a pair of tennis shoes. That was it.
And I was like, we're
Whoops.
going to go walk in the woods. And you said flip flops it
Don't,
is.
don't worry, I got my Birks. I'll be good.
Yeah.
As we're walking through like poison ivy. I'm like, I got it. Oh my
Right. Because that's
gosh.
stinging nettles. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know.
Right. I'm not what is a plant person? Horticulturist? I don't know.
Horticulturalist? Philanthropy? It was philanthropy. And you were just like, full. And then I was like, okay, you need another drink.
I'm like, you look just like, what's her name? Riviera in the river.
It was like Rosie the Riveter.
That's it. I'm like, that was it.
The thing is, though, you can say these things and I clock it immediately. I'm like, oh, Rosie the Riveter. I know exactly what you mean.
How about when we're sitting there at breakfast and someone's like, well, yeah, I looked over and you were in your bra. And I was like, me?
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, I mean, it could have happened. Who knows?
Yeah. It's not unlikely. But then that was also the thing. I see like the pictures and like I thought it was like a cute bralette. No, it was full see-through. Full see-through.
You're walking with a child, like a 2-year-old child, and you have a big smile on your face, and it's like Girls Gone Wild. I mean, it was like
such an outfit. Neon bra, white tank, platform stilettos, and like booty shorts.
I mean, it literally was like Tits and Toddlers.
It was so funny. But I just looked so proud. I'm like, and he's got his little skunk hat on. We're like,
so cute. That kid is so cute. I'm not even a huge fan of kids, and that kid is like so well behaved, so cute. How about when we were going to leave and he's hugging me and he goes, come back. I was like, oh,
you're like, I will.
I will. I'm like, on that note, I will come back. All right. We did our first vacation. I think we nailed it. I think we brought the energy. We brought the good vibes.
I think there was a lot of energy between the two of us.
A lot of fucking energy. So hopefully we have more vacations coming up. And thanks for coming on. It's been a week.
Anytime. I loved it.
All right, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you for listening to that episode of It's Been a Week, but don't touch that dial because it's not over yet. Get ready for the after show. Been there, done that with AJ. Well, we're going to get AJ's take on whatever the fuck I just said. And we're back with Been There, Done That with AJ. Unfortunately, for all you people that love this part of the show and are always like, AJ's my favorite, AJ's the best. Well, AJ is unavailable this week. So AJ will not be partaking in his own after show. Instead, you get more Domenica.
Yay! I'm so excited.
She's back again. We're gonna recap our own show, which I thought we did great. How do you think we did?
I think it was great. It was my first one, but I loved it.
I think it was perfection. So no notes. Well, anyway, since we have no notes about critiquing ourselves, because I doubt people want to sit and listen to us talk about how we just talked about ourselves. Yeah. The narcissism at a full high. What'd you do this weekend? How was your weekend?
It was a doozy. So I landed back from California Friday morning, had to replace a couple missing nails that went lost in the brie.
That are in the brie nails.
Some were lost in the cheese. And then I had an engagement party later that night. So I did the dinner and then did like the after party with one of my friends that I run a back end club with. It was so perfect. It was so cute. Went with this guy that I've been seeing for like a couple months now. Then Saturday, literally recuperated, gained like a couple of the brain cells that I lost and went to and back. Sunday, went to a little museum day with the girlies, went to lunch, went back to see the kid that came to the engagement party with me. And then after attending my birthday party a couple of weeks ago and my best friend's 15-person engagement party with me, he said he would still love to keep seeing me because I'm so fun and this and that, but he's not looking for anything serious right now. Just a 15-person engagement party for one of my best friends, but nothing serious. But like if I come over and like hang out and go on date, just like not seriously. And I said, I'm going to just see myself out of this.
Is that what you said?
I literally just said, okay, I'm going to change. And then gave him a hug and left. And then deleted our text thread and his contact. Said, yeah.
Have you heard from him?
No, I mean, this is literally last night at like 8 p.m.
Wait, I've never understood that. I dated someone one time when it was like we were dating and it was going and everything was fine. And then he one day came and he's like, so this is going great. I love it. But like, what do you think about like not being monogamous anymore? What? What?
Immediately no.
I'm like, okay, so you want to like either go into an open relationship or you want to like just hook up? I was like, we've been dating for like 3 months. I'm like, excuse me? Por qué why?
Por qué why?
Like, what goes through these people's heads?
No, the best is like, I don't want to stop seeing you because I have so much fun with you. But you want me to come over and hang out and sleep with you and then just like be on my bed?
Yeah, he just wants to like hook up and that's it. And maybe once in a while go to dinner.
I said, fun fact, you're never going to see me again.
Right. Fuck off.
I literally on my way home just like deleted our text thread and the contact. And it's like, cheerio.
I'm like that. When I'm like every relationship, like when I'm done, I am done. Like I had one ex that he like wanted to be buddies and still be friends. And I'm like, you don't get the cake and eat it too. We're not going to like you don't get to not like, we're not going to date, but then let's still be friends. Like, it doesn't work that way. When I'm done, it's like cut off. Goodbye.
Yeah. Like I'll always be cordial if I see you. Hey, how are you? Cute. But like we're not like texting. We're not like sending little memes back and forth. Like you will physically never see me again unless I like accidentally run into you on the street.
Exactly. Every one of my exes, I'm like, I wish you well. I hope you are extremely happy. I'm friends with some of them. I think on like Facebook, it's like whatever. And if I were to run into them, I would be like, oh my gosh, how are you? How are things? But like, yeah, we're not like going to dinner. We're not like going to be texting BFFs. We're not going to be like hanging out.
And I would still want to hang out with me, obviously. Duh. But like, no. Immediately.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched this insane documentary this weekend called Unknown Number. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
That shit.
Spoiler alert for anyone listening, which I think the whole world has listened, but we're going to talk about this. So if you haven't seen it, you're going to get the spoiler on this. But it's a Netflix documentary called Unknown Number High School Catfish, right? And it's on Netflix. And it's basically this girl was getting cyberbullied, like insanely, like getting these text messages like, you're a slut, to go kill herself. I mean, horrible for years. And like getting like 50 texts a day, like it got to the point where it broke her and her boyfriend up, all these things. Come to find out, it was her fucking mom sending the messages the entire time.
Not putting out for her boyfriend, but she will. Like I would put out for like him if it was my boyfriend. Said something about being like creamy, which was like made me gag because at that point I'd seen so much on TikTok before I watched it that I like
So you knew.
knew that it was going to be the mom. And seeing the messages that were sent, you're just like,
She literally was like, and the girl was like 13 years old.
like she was in no position. She should not be putting anything anywhere.
Putting anything out. I mean, she's like, "I'm gonna make him cream." Yeah, like the most insane text messages, and also like you're talking about your daughter's 13-year-old boyfriend.
Mhm.
Like you're also talking about a young boy.
Like a
I mean,
borderline prepubescent kid.
she literally told him to go kill. She literally told her to go kill herself, and she's like, "Do it, do it."
Yeah, multiple times. Seeing your not even a mother could love you from her own mother.
I mean, I can't like. And then okay, so then this ugly like she was so homely looking too,
She looks like
her
Quasimodo.
gums.
She literally looks
Yeah,
like Quasimodo.
but she was like, we all have done things and people don't know my side of the story. I'm like, bitch, I'm pretty sure we know enough of the fucking story. And then she's like, she had the audacity to compare herself to an alcoholic. She's like, I'm just like a drunk driver that got caught.
Yeah, she's like, the only difference between you shoplifting and me doing this is that I got caught. And if you got caught, you'd be in the same position, but for something different.
Excuse me? There's a difference between like, stealing something from the store or like accidentally driving when you've had too much to drink. I mean, then what?
Then telling your daughter incessantly to jump off a bridge and that you would be better in bed than she is for her 13-year-old boyfriend.
And like, what would she have done if her daughter actually would have killed herself?
That part is like, she's like, well, I know she wouldn't do it.
But you don't know that. People,
Right.
this like happens.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, and the daughter's like, I love my mom more than anything.
So, okay, one thing with the movie, because I got deep into a rabbit hole and then read the whole
Mhm.
cut interview that happened before.
Yeah.
Those two interviews were taken like years apart. So the one where she's in the gray was like 3 years after. The one when she's in the pink is like when she's still processing. Like that happened like as she found out. So at this point, I think this girl's like so fucked in the head that she's like, that's still my mom and like not fully processing like the damage. Where when she's in the gray hoodie, that's 4 or 5 years later. She's just like, this is crazy. But you even see like
Mhm.
the first thing that happens when the mom gets caught is that she immediately like hugs her and it's like the daughter's like flinching away and the mom's like coddling her, being like her protector and her like
Abuser at the same time.
and it was also just fucking crazy that the cops even let her touch the daughter. Like if the cops are like, well, your mom was in a weird headspace and people do zany things sometimes when people are and I'm like, bitch, what? I'm like, the cops should have been like bombarded, arrested her, not like
Right.
let her coddle her daughter that she's just been brutally abusing for 2 years. Also, why
And
would
I felt
phone number?
right.
The parents are like,
And
no, it's too far.
like when the mom was doing these text messages, all like, how did they not see her on her phone? Like because like she was doing it all the time.
Like,
It's crazy. And I felt bad for the dad because you could tell the dad is like a sweet guy, and he like, I mean, that poor father, like it was so fucked up. And then the mom, she didn't even have. She like claimed she had 2 jobs, and she like never even worked.
never worked for like a year and a half
No, she just sat at home and was like texting the daughter all day long.
with 2 phones. That honestly, that came in clutch with the husband because he's like, we found her phone. He's like, did you find the other ones? And they're like, there's more.
Right.
Yeah. They'd round them up.
Yeah.
She's got a bunch of phones. Also, no one found that weird.
Right. Who the fuck? Unless you're like like a high end business person, like who has multiple phones? What? Also, I was like, why? As I'm watching this, like if this is horrible and everything, and it happened in this small town, so that whole town knows about it.
Yeah.
Like you and I would not be talking about this. No one would know about this if she would not have agreed to do a Netflix documentary. Why would this mom agree to do a Netflix documentary? Because now the whole world knows what she looks like, knows who she is, and fucking hates her.
I think in her head, she has to be like such an insane level of narcissist that she thought she can also like, even just the way she was speaking, like, yeah, we went to the school so we could try to solve it, like try to see if like she could gaslight the audience into understanding why she did this. And well, I had trauma and I wanted to protect my daughter. So I just gave her the worst trauma of all time. See if that like builds character. Like I think she genuinely thought she was gonna like eat and like do something with this. And everyone's just
Like
like
America's gonna love her and want her on like Good Morning America.
yeah, like literally thought she was gonna be able to like say her side of the story. And everyone's like, wow, I get that.
I've done it. I've been there. I've done it too.
And everyone's like, burn her at the stake.
Seriously, like, what the fuck? I mean, how do you get to be that fucked up? I mean, that I don't know. That
Uh,
it's and she went to jail, right?
she went to jail and then she had like no physical contact after she got out for like 2 years. But she was like emailing the whole time, like emailing her daughter every day. Like, love, love, love you. Love, love, bestie, bestie girl. Like,
Bizarre. Fucking bizarre.
I just can't even imagine like how that poor kid is like coping.
Well, she's gonna be so messed up because like you don't bounce back from that. Like
Yeah,
that is beyond like it's just weird.
insane.
I can't believe the mom. Like, do you think she got paid to do that documentary?
I don't think so, but I read on one of my like many little deep dives that it was happening with or without her. So she was like, I might as well do it and like say my piece and like give her a non-existent side of the story because there is no side of the story. But I also saw that in the cut, there's a lot more detail. And she was going to that kid's games by herself, like going to Owen's sporting events by himself, like wanted to even coach one of his teams. Like she was like weirdo obsessed with this kid. Even in the documentary, he said that she would like cut his steak.
That's weird.
Like, I mean, we saw that. It's weird.
It's weird. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should get a burner phone and start texting this asshole guy. I'm gonna make her. I'm gonna I'm gonna make her cream.
Yep.
Oh my god. Well, okay. Maybe she's inspired us to be more hateful humans.
I feel like our petty level is just not anywhere near where it could be.
Right. We could be doing better.
We could be doing more.
Oh
Moral of the story is we're not doing enough.
no, no. But wow, if you guys haven't seen the documentary, go see it. It's on Netflix. It's only an hour and a half. It's an easy watch. It's one episode. It will blow your mind. Even if we just told you what happens, it'll still blow your mind.
I think actually even knowing it was the mom made it crazier to watch because her introducing like, well, we were down at the police station every day and we were trying to do this and we were trying to do that, like how hard she was fighting to find this person knowing it was her. Like I would fall back into the like abyss if I knew it was me. I wouldn't be giving people ample information.
Right.
Like, but
Oh,
she
like so you knew, yeah, because you watched it knowing it was the mom. I had no clue. I had zero idea.
Yeah, so it made it even crazier for me knowing that this woman's so insane that she was willing to give these interviews and say these things, being like, well, woe is me. I can't believe someone treated my daughter like this, knowing it was her. Like the
Beyond.
dissociation between like the two personalities was like wild.
Yeah. Beyond. Everyone, go watch the documentary on Netflix, Unknown Number, High School Catfish. And if you have someone that you're dating and they say they don't want to be monogamous or that you want something more serious, just tell them to go get fucked. And on that note, thank you for being on the after show as well as the main show. And for everyone else, see you next Tuesday.